out there in YouTube land? It's been a couple days. How you doing? Well, I'm doing alright. It's still dark, but I ran into a little bit of a problem. The, work that was done in the last episode, when I went to load the world, was completely lost. All of it. You can just imagine how ticked off I was. Just livid. Grr. Anyway, but what I did do as I went through and... Ooh, fireflies. How cool is that? Anyway, what I did do is I went through and pretty much replicated all of the stuff that was done in the last episode. You know, put the drills on our miner and, you know, get some rudimentary piping going and all that good stuff. So, we still need this miner. What I did do off camera is I moved the ship and I did some mining. I got the nickel I was looking for. So, there's going to be plenty of motors to go around. And I did mine some silver as well, so that's going to help when it comes time to do reactors. Which is good, because I went through and did all of that, and right now I have in my inventory enough materials for a reactor, because I'm not going to do solar, not this far north. But a reactor, a medium cargo container, and a connector, because that's going to be needed. Okay, come on, G-menu. You don't have to take 40 years to do this every time. No, I need those. What am I doing? And I did put the encased gyroscopes on this thing. 2 of them. So, I'm hoping she remains really, really freaking stable. At least, that's the plan. So we're going to go with a reactor, and I'm going to go with a large reactor because I have tried and tried and tried small reactors on these, oh crap, it's not going to line up the way I want it to. But I've tried several different times to actually have viable small reactors on these small ships, and I always end up overloading the system, which only makes you run through your resources a heck of a lot quicker. So it's not exactly super helpful to go through and do that. Yeah, I was going to do something, but let's go ahead and weld up the reactor. See? All of the parts, exactly all of the parts I need for the reactor. Now I'm going to have to extend the conveyor tubes. I didn't think I was going to have to, but, well, you know. That's what I get for doing my own thoughtin', I guess. What I need to do is get one of those, like, conveyor systems where I can put a T-junction in here. That'd be nice. Instead of having to do a, I don't have enough stuff for that. Gibber. Let's go ahead and, before I do that, go ahead and get the medium cargo container going. Come on, line up the way I want you to. because I have exactly enough parts I need for all 3 of these. So I shouldn't go through and do any sort of, like, conveyor and whatnot on top of the parts that I have, because I don't have enough to go around. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And we're done. At least as far as that's concerned. And this is a very, very rudimentary, I have extra parts. That's weird. I should not have extra parts. That is very weird. I went through and calculated all this. Whatever. Oh, that thing. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. So I need to hide empty. See, and I even went through and got some different supplies and whatnot. Some silver, some nickel, all that good stuff. Pretty good on supplies at the moment. Let's get 20 of those. Freaking 100 of those, because you always need construction components. A couple 100 plates. 50. And I think that's going to be it for the conveyor system. If we need any more, the ship's right frickin' there. So, put that sucker in. It feels wasteful to have this many small conveyors, though. Am I the only one that thinks that? I might be. And that's okay. One thing I am going to do before I get the system closed up and everything is I'm actually going to get some uranium to put in here. Put in the reactor so that the ship is actually kind of powered up. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to grab ten from each reactor. Because I'm really not worried about uranium on the ship. I'm really not. It's actually doing pretty good for now, and it's going to remain so for quite a while. Boom! Power. Yay. And I did actually set my timer this time, so it's gonna be a shorter episode than the ones have been. I've got a busy day ahead of me today. And I need to get this done, because I gotta go through and render it. It takes a while. Anybody's ever done YouTube videos, it's like, oh my god, rendering takes so long. But I did. What was fun was I did actually get on a stream with Perfect Blinky and Jack. So if you get a chance, definitely go and check out those guys. Blinky has been doing some Star Wars builds that are just phenomenal. If you saw the Prelude and you saw the Radiant 7 in the background, the red ship that Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon were on in The Phantom Menace, the nice big red ship, Blinky built that. So, and he's done a Tantive 4 that Captain Shack has showcased and crashed. A couple of people have actually showcased that thing and crashed it. But, unlike this Ebon Hawk, as beautiful as she is, God, I love this ship. But as beautiful as the Ebon Hawk is, there's a crap ton of modded parts in her. You know, from the Colt 65, or the Colt 16 consoles to the guns on her, everything. There's a lot of mods. And when Blinky goes through and he builds ships, they're all vanilla. And he does his best to try and make them survival friendly. I'm gonna go through and test some of those and let him know whether or not they are. Not right now, because we have a mining ship to build. So, let's go ahead and get this bar here, this truss here, welded in. Because we're going to need some stability when we go through and start adding the thrusters. And that's my keel, ladies and gentlemen. My keel. Yeah, I found some good stuff. If you've seen the UI, I found a few things. Some gold, some silver. A lot of resources that are relatively rare sometimes. And over by the old iron rock over that way, see I marked off some nickel. There's also some magnesium over there. So that bodes well for getting some guns in place, because we're going to need to do that. I have not yet, even as dark as it is, it's still sort of twilight, so I don't think the Cyberhounds have come out, but the Fireflies have. I think I'm in a good spot to avoid the Cyberhounds, but you never can be too sure, so we'll have to see how that all works out. Now, engines. We're gonna need engines. And I'm just gonna go with well, maybe not. Let's see how this idea works out. Maybe, because this mod includes the tiered atmospheric thrusters. And I'm almost always having an issue of having to put too many atmospheric engines on these simple little builds. Ooh, 58 motors apiece. Whereas the vanilla, we'll go with small blocks. And we'll look at Mo. Okay, so tier 4, the most powerful, 58 motors, whereas vanilla takes 18. I may not go with tier 4. Let's see, tier 3, 48, tier 2. And see, I don't know what kind of thrust to weight ratio these things have either. But I mean, you know, large atmospheric thrusters, yeah, these things take a lot of crap. Plus they take superconductor conduits, and I haven't messed with those yet, so I have no idea what kind of materials those things need. Oh wait, these all need superconductor conduits. What do those things need? I'm not used to that particular component, though I know it's part of the vanilla game. Production... Let's look. It needs gold. I don't have any gold at the moment. I'd have to go into my mine and dig. I mean, I could, but I'll do that off camera if I need to. But I think I'll just go with the vanillas for now. It's gonna be I'm gonna be annoyed. It's okay. I will live. No, those need to go that way. So, 2 forward. 2 towards. Wow. can't put it there. Huh. I may have to build out one more block. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, I'll do that back here. Because I have an idea for these thrusters in mind. I have an idea of how I want to do things. Okay, moving around. Mirror as much as possible. Let's see. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Okay. Now, can I do... Because now I'm thinking sideways. Probably not going to need as many as those. Ah! Steel plates. No, I have steel plates. Then why, oh why, can I not place it there? Okay, maybe I can do that. With all of them. I like things to look relatively symmetrical. Call me weird. It's okay. I will take that moniker and run with it. Weird's good anyway. Who needs normal? Yeah. That's gonna give me problems. Okay, so... I put that there. Put that one... there. I'm just gonna mirror it on both sides. Whoop. Flip that puppy around. No. That was weird. I'm gonna need a bunch of them going backwards. Because I'm gonna need to get out of the mine and everything. So I may have to just rethink my design of the front of this craft. And that's fine. You know, it's all about revision sometimes. You put something in mind and then, well, that's not gonna work out too well. Well, that's not gonna work out too well. For the love of Pete! Erg. How's that gonna look, though? I'm okay with this look. Yeah. Put a couple more on top. I'm gonna be funny. Well, funny as in not a lot of people do this. Call me crazy, but I'm kind of into the curvy thing. It's kind of nice to have nice curves. I should know. Ooh, hello. That's the first time that's happened. So yeah, I'm gonna go through and just kind of lie down for a minute. And see, the fuel time for this ship is at 76 days. I'm gonna be okay on uranium for a while. So I'm not at all worried about it. I think when I originally got in here and I had all the uranium in there, I had like something like 145 days or so. So that was kind of nice. I don't think I'm going to be able to put a slope there. I'm not going to be able to put one there. For the... Nope. That's not going to work. Goodness gracious. That sounded... As John Stewart says, I think I have the buns. The buns. Okay. Run and jump. That worked out well. Sweet. Okay. So, these are gonna need to... Up! And there's my timer. I actually kind of want to test this now. Oh well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she's powered up. We're getting the engines in place. Yeah, she's not super pretty. We're gonna have to fix that. But for now, she's coming along rather well. I'm glad I was able to keep everything in, relatively good line. Landing gear is gonna be a bitch. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next installment. Have a good one.